bridge brings me straight into the world of Ballindalloch Station, the last stop on my walk, and the place where I've arranged to meet a couple of likely lads with a lifelong connection to the area. And they've known each other a very long time. So what's that, about 15 years then?
1946.
1946? Which school were you at?
Aberlour.
Aberlour. It's safe to say that the old Strathspey Railway brought these two friends together. And while Charlie has always lived in Aberlour, Peter lived here in Ballindalloch and travelled to school every day on the railway. Years later, Peter was still coming to this station every day, this time as station master. Did you actually, having been here as a 13, 14-year-old lad, when you actually came back here to work as a station master, could you believe it, that you were back working?
Not really, but I'm very proud, you know, to come back here as station master.
I'm sure it must have been amazing.
Yes.
And you must have been incredibly sad when the railways closed.
Well, it should never have closed up here. Not with the story traffic that we had up here.
They made a mistake?
I think they made a mistake.
Charlie, I know you're a whisky man, and I hear you've got quite a collection, I understand.
I have a wee collection. I have a few bottles.
A few. Can we do a rough guesstimate? How many do we think?
Oh, maybe in the region of 400.
400? That would put any pub or bar to shame. And whisky would have undoubtedly been an ingredient just next door at the annual Granary Ball. Peter's predecessors as station master would have witnessed up to 1,000 fancy-dressed partygoers arriving from as far as Aberdeen on specially laid-on trains. In the 20s and 30s, this unlikely spot was the place to be seen, but accounts suggest that little drink was ever purchased at the balls. Instead, locals would store their own supply of liquor in the long grass outside, and this might have been acquired through a variety of means.
And when they used to pinch the whisky...
Yes, steal the whisky.
Before it got in. Well, this is just a stave out from a bottle. They used to take the ring that was here, you know, and they chopped it up.
Yeah.
And that's slugging it. And they drilled a hole through here. They all carried
just all carried one of these.
Aye, and they put it in, drilled the hole into the bottle. See? And out came the whisky.
Yes.
And when they filled that pail, they took a spike, put it in, chopped it in, and then cut it off.
And then put the ring back over the top.
And then the ring back off, and the excisemen, anyway, they couldn't see how the whisky got out of the bottle.
That's very naughty, isn't it, Peter? Very naughty. I approve. And what's this thing?
Oh, that was the other thing that they had, and they knocked out the bung out of the bottle.
Yeah.
And they dropped this in, plump,
and just
plumper.
Like a little well, a well of whisky.
That's it. And they had a cork, and they popped it in, you see, and then they popped it down the roll pocket.
Ah, so you wouldn't see it. A nice flat, long cylinder. Tuck it in your boot, down the trouser leg.
And they all had one of those, most of the distillery boys.
Sneaky lot.
They never put their name on them.
I bet they didn't. That's one flask you don't want your name on, isn't it?
That's right.
Just in case. Now, Charlie, I know this isn't yours. Peter, this must belong to you. How long have you had this?
Since 1968.
When the station closed?
When the station closed, yes.
That's beautiful, isn't it?
It is, it is. And it's going to stay in the family.
In the long run, it's people like Charlie and Peter who miss the railway the most.